tensions from historical conflict has always been there and appears anywhere around the globe. The sensitive issue is in particular with Northeast Asia surrounding the Korean Peninsula. Regardless of the idea that it hampers regional cooperation in Asia, the future hope to the world's engine of growth. Peace advocates fear that reoccurring nationalism and inflicting actions on the sensitive territorial rows over the Diaoyu, Senkaku, and Dokdo Takeshima Islands, which are more than often politically motivated, will create more than just a tit-for-tat diplomacy. Although we tend to focus more on the economic aspects when talking within the Asian region, but the sentiment from historical conflicts that persist can also hinder the economic cooperation and development as well as the growth of the region, and also with fears that it may trigger military confrontation within the East Asian countries. The 5th International NGO History and Peace Forum held in Seoul this year was mandated to address the fragility of the inter-Korean relations, where the effort to establish trust and peace system is still in a conundrum. It is also the week that marks the 60th anniversary of the Korean War armistice, yet the achievements of peace remains to be afar. But to Professor Kenneth Quinones of Akita International University, Japan, a full-fledged war is very unlikely in the region because East Asia still wants economic prosperity.
Since the end of the Cold War in 1990, for the first time in modern East Asian history, all the countries, China, North and South Korea, Japan, all agree on they want three things. They want peace, so they can continue to develop their prosperity, and they also want political stability. Right. And I think that those goals are preventing war.
Despite the 21st century, it appears that East Asia has not gone beyond the post-conflict era from historical times. In addition to that, the situation has been made more complicated by superpower rivalry. With the simmering tension over territorial disputes and sentiment from nationalism, it questions the political will of the parties at stake regarding their determination to find resolution to peace, as they constantly flex their military muscle in a show of tension scare. Professor Catherine Moon from the Wellesley College explains that war no longer appears to be as simple as before. Neither will it appear to be a clear-cut cause like during the World War II in Europe with clear victims, the world against Germany.
And the idea that war is something that is good or necessary, the government or the authorities, they have to be able to convince the public that it's necessary. And so we talk about mobilizing a public to support a war.
While Asia has been urged to let bygones be bygones, observation reveals that it is a different war trauma experienced in this continent. The task to reconciliation is indeed the toughest but not unachievable, as long as the superpower and its rival for hegemony abstains from giving assertions or flexing its influence on bilateral matters unrelated to its own party. Jo Roi-Sin reports from Seoul, South Korea.